Okay, so welcome back to my DireWolf 1.6 mod pack tutorial videos. So I did find a source of lava. It's way off in the distance. If you go to the map, it's just directly west, but I mean, I had to cross some oceans to get there. I knew there was a village over here. I scoped it out before. I knew there was lava flow over there, so you could even see the lava flow on the map. So it's... You know, we don't need much lava, but I do need some to start off Tinker's Construct. I found a volcano, but it looks like those are just flows. They're not source blocks, so I can't grab it from the volcano. Alright, so to get the lava, we're going to make some things from thermal expansion. Thermal expansion has portable tanks with which you can store lava. And a portable tank is copper surrounded by glass. And this can hold 8 buckets worth of liquid. And we don't need much lava for Tinker's Construct, surprisingly, so that's going to be just fine. And however, if we break the tank, it will drop all its liquid, unless we use a crescent hammer, which is the thermal expansion wrench. I can spell crescent. So, 3 iron and a piece of tin gets us a crescent hammer. So now I will be able to go get the lava. I already made an iron bucket to get the lava. So I'm going to run way back over there. I saw a couple things in the village I'm going to try to steal. There are a couple of Tinker's Construct huts which have some interesting tool pieces that I will try to take. I don't have any backpacks. Let me see here. Is there any way to make a backpack? I thought Project Red added some. Maybe I can use. A white backpack is woven cloth, bone meal. I've got a bone, I think. Yeah, I've got a bone. And woven cloth is string and sticks. How much cotton do I have? Okay, I'm going to go collect the rest of the cotton, see if I can make that backpack, and I'll be back if I can do that. Otherwise, I'm going to go grab the lava, and then I'll be back. Okay, so as you can see, we've arrived at the coordinates of the surface lava flow, and it's -728. Our base is right about 0 on the x-coordinate, so it's really far away. We can put the portable tank down. As you can see from Layla, it's empty right now. Take our bucket, get some lava, and chuck it in. And once I do that, I'm going to try to fill this back in so that it doesn't have any flow, which can cause lag. Let's see, we're at 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The portable tank is now full. Let me see if there's... I guess I'll just leave that. Alright, so if we right shift click with the crescent hammer, we can pick up the tank and we have the full amount of lava in there. And we still have the bucket of lava that we can use to refill things as well. So let's see here. As you can see on the map, here's that village I was talking about. I want to see if I can trade with the villagers, and I'm going to steal whatever I can from the Tinker's Construct huts once I find them again. Alright, so I'll be back once I'm back in the base. Okay, so I'm back from collecting the lava. So if we take our portable tank up here to our seared tank and put it on top with a shift click, then we right click it with the crescent hammer to change it from input to output, we now see there's lava in the seared tank, which means we can put metals in here now. So there's iron gravel ore melting up, and you can see these little heat indicator rising. When it's all done, that it will melt out and be it will smelt out and be in the smeltery. So we need 4 iron blocks to get the tool forge. We also need 3 more seared bricks. Perfect. And we need a tool forge to get that, so I need my axe. My tool station, I mean. Alright, so as you can see, it's almost done smelting up the iron. Doesn't take too long, doesn't use too much lava. Now there are 36 molten iron ingots. The casting table could make ingots if we had an ingot cast, but we don't yet. The casting basin, right-click on the drain, it'll pour in there and give us a block of iron. I'm actually going to smelt up some more stuff while we're waiting. I'm going to make, let's see here. We need to make what's called aluminum brass, which is aluminum and copper. 3 parts aluminum to 1 part copper makes aluminum brass. And that is used in a lot of things in Tinker's Construct, mostly to make casts, which we're going to pour our metal tool pieces into. I'm going to get the rest of this iron out of here to make the tool forge. How is it coming on that? It's doing pretty well. You want to be careful. Sometimes I tend not to leave molten metal in my smeltery, and the reason is sometimes you forget what the alloy combinations are and you end up with things you didn't want. You can actually pour certain material over the top of other material and it won't mix together, and you can actually use it for things. So now we've got molten aluminum brass. So what can we do with molten aluminum brass? Well, we can make ingot casts. But let's see here. I actually want to get... I'm a little bit concerned to make anything else right now, so let me show you how you make casts, which is how we're going to make metal tools. Make a stone piece of whatever you want to make, right-click to put it on the casting table, and right-click to pour it out of aluminum brass. I now have a sword blade cast, and I can take my sword blade back. We can put the stone tool rod in there and the stone wide guard, because I'm going to make a brass sword. So how much is left in here? There's 21 ingots, so I'll make a block of aluminum brass, and we're going to melt up copper and tin. 3 parts copper to 1 part tin makes brass. Did I say brass? I'm sorry, I meant bronze. And I'm going to use one more thing. I need an ingot. Any ingot will do. A copper ingot should be fine. And we're going to make an ingot cast. We put our ingot over here and pour the aluminum brass on top of it, and we end up with an ingot cast. So now we can pour out the remaining 1 ingots of aluminum brass. So each of these patterns, what do they call them? Each of these casts cost 1 ingot of aluminum brass. So we use 4 for that. We have 2 more. That's 6 plus 18, which is 24. That's how much aluminum brass we had to start with. We'll use aluminum brass more for other things. Right now we've got 18 ingots of brass. So now if we take one of our casts, say our sword blade cast, put it over here, right click, we can get, I keep saying brass and I mean bronze. We can get a bronze sword blade. If we check out our mighty smelting book, it will tell us about various alloys. So, bronze is made from 3 parts copper and 1 part tin. I think we need the second book though to find out how good bronze is. Yeah, this is the one that talks about materials. So, We haven't gone much into the materials yet because we only could do wood and stone, but iron has a durability of 250, stone's 131. It's got a handle modifier of 1.3, so if you make an iron tool rod, you will get a better tool than just using a wood tool rod. It's got a mining speed of 6, that's 2 better than stone. A mining level of 2, that's redstone, so you can mine diamonds and redstone and whatever else. It's got a reinforced level of 1. Now reinforced, something we haven't talked about, but reinforced is like unbreaking in vanilla enchants. 10% chance per level of not using durability. So if you've got the reinforced level 1 trait, 1 in 10 chance you won't use any of your durability. So what else can we make? We were going to make bronze. Bronze has 350 on the durability, a mining speed of 7. Not important to us because we're doing a sword, not a pickaxe. It's got a base attack of 1 heart. I didn't see how that compared to iron. Okay, it's the same. So bronze is just more durable than iron. It's got the same handle modifier, so we might use iron rather than bronze to make our handle. And the reason is that when you repair a tool, you need to use the top part of the tool material to redo it. So we will save our bronze for repairing our tools, and we will use our iron to actually make our handle pieces out of. So we've got 17 bronze in here, so let me pour out a bronze block, and I will start melting up the iron gravel ore so we can get some iron tool rods. And in fact, we've got those 4 blocks of iron, so let's go over here and make our tool forge. This is the thing we'll need to actually put together iron tools. And it actually lets us make other things too. So the tool forge, 4 blocks of iron, 3 seared bricks, and the tool station. Gets us a tool forge. Now we can repair tools without the tool forge, but to build them we need the tool forge. Alright, so where's my ingot cast? I want to pour out the rest of that bronze. How's our iron coming? Iron's almost melted. We've got 7 more ingots of bronze. And as you can see, you pour it out, it's one color. Once it solidifies, it's a slightly different color. So you can tell the color change is pretty obvious on, well, everything I've seen. I think there should be 4 more, but if we pour out an ingot of iron, that's fine. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but I put 9 iron gravel ore. There's 18 molten iron in there, and there are 2 more bronze. So like I said, this will double our ore production as well. So the smeltery can double ores. Now if you put an ingot in there, that's just 1. It has to be ore, either gravel ore or just regular ore. So now all we have is the molten iron. So we can go back in and get that tool rod cast, and we can make it out of iron. So there's an iron tool rod, which will improve the durability of our sword. We also need a wide guard. You know, I meant to go to the desert and get cactus, and I did not do that. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, I will just make the wide guard out of stone, since we still have that stone. Ooh, no, you don't want to make that out of stone for a sword. That'll give the stone bound trait. Okay, where's a stick? We'll use a stick for our wide guard. So, wide guard pattern, stick, wooden wide guard. Go over to our tool forge, and if you notice, there are many more tools over here now, including the tools we want to look at soon: hammer, lumber axe, excavator, and the scythe you can make now. I was actually thinking about making a scythe because those sickles break so easily, but if I get better material, they won't break so easily, so it may not be important. But alright, right now we're going to make a sword. So here is the broadsword. We have our bronze sword blade, our iron tool rod, and our wooden wide guard. Gives us a durability of 546. That's 350 times 1.3, I think. Sure, why not? And it's got a reinforced level of 1. So there we go, our first iron tool. So I also want to make, you know, some more bronze tools. Some pickaxes would be appropriate, so we don't have to use any more of our Certus quartz. Certus quartz is going to become a rare and valuable commodity once we get into applied energistics. And as you can see, we've only used 850 millibuckets of lava. Not very much. Doesn't take much to smelt up things. Alright, so let's see here. What else should I show you? I guess that's it for now. That's how you use the smeltery and the tool forge, and that's how we're going to use that to make more stuff. I hope to have a better way to get lava by the time we actually need it. Oh, I did want to say, this bookcase from Bibliocraft, I don't know if it's bugged or glitched or something, but it keeps eating my Tinker's Construct books. So I recommend you smash this thing into bits, because it's, I don't know, it's lost 2 books so far. I have cheats turned on. There's so many mods, they sometimes cause problems, and this is a beta pack, so, you know, when things act up like that, I want to be able to recreate them. So I got my books back, but I don't know. I'm not going to use the bookcase anymore. I will just keep them in this iron chest over here. The village had a few interesting Tinker's Construct stuff, mostly some slime things. You can actually melt up your pieces, so I can turn this copper sword blade into a molten piece of copper, which is very nice. Sometimes in chests you find gold horse armor, so you can melt that down and get the gold back. You can't melt everything, although they can use the steel from Railcraft. You can't melt the steel tools it creates, which I find odd. If I had an iron sword, I could melt that back and get 2 ingots of iron, but I can't do the steel sword or the steel armor. But most equipment, if it's at full durability, you can melt it back down in the smeltery to get the material back. So that's kind of nice. So what's next? You know what? I'm going to check time and then see what else needs to be done, and I will check back. Oh, I know what I want. We're going to make a knapsack. So I think I have enough material to make that now. So if I do, I'm going to make the knapsack, and I will show you what that's about. So I will be back once I've got the stuff to make the knapsack. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you before we wrap up this video is the knapsack. The knapsack is made with leather, iron tough rods, and aluminum brass ingots. Now you have to make the aluminum tough rods in the smeltery. So I had to go make an iron tough rod stencil, to make a stone tough rod, to make an iron tough rod cast, and I still had some of that iron melted up from where I made the iron tool rods before, so I just used that. So, knapsack, and you can use aluminum brass or gold. Sometimes they're interchangeable in the Tinker's Construct recipes. Not always, but sometimes, which is great because I have no gold. Shift click, get me a knapsack. What can you do with the knapsack? Go into your inventory screen. You see this tab. There's your inventory and your crafting. This is your extra Tinker's Construct stuff, and as far as I know, nothing else about it other than the knapsack is used right now. But if you place a knapsack on the knapsack place, you have a backpack. You have a whole new knapsack inventory that you don't have to shuffle around to open up, which is very handy. So now I have 36 more slots that I can use for whatever I want. So I can take all of these things with me if I want, and I can put some of them up here. Probably don't want my digger's packs up there, but so there you go. Now if you die, your knapsack falls off, all your stuff, I don't know what happens to it. I haven't died with a knapsack on yet, so hopefully I won't have to find out, but we'll see. So that's the knapsack. It's a nice, cool backpack from Tinker's Construct that I like a lot because it doesn't take up an inventory slot, and I don't know. It seems a little bit realistic. I know the inventory is kind of silly because there's no way you could carry that much cobblestone or dirt or anything you have. Just there's no way. So I try to think too much about it, but a backpack seems almost logical. If you don't think too hard about it, it seems almost logical. So, alright, there's the knapsack. Next time we're going to, I think we're going to do some mining and start some thermal expansion stuff, or possibly industrial craft stuff. I haven't decided yet. Probably thermal expansion. I think it's a little bit easier to get going, although I do need some lead for the early game part of thermal expansion, and I have no lead. So we'll be doing some mining, definitely. And I'd like to make one of those Project Red backpacks and, I don't know, maybe find some cool stuff in a mine shaft. So maybe I'll see what I find, and that will tell me what I want to do. Alright, catch you next time.